welcome everyone back to another video. Now this has been a highly requested video for so long. Everyone keeps telling me to upgrade my PC because I'm using like an AMD FX 6300 at the minute and like DDR3 RAM. So we've decided to up my game a little bit to an i9 processor and also some like cool parts which we'll go through in a minute. So this is my friend Charlie. He is also very good at doing like computers and he knows a little bit more like the technical stuff and like all the different parts to make sure it all comes together. So he'll be here helping me build this and also filming a little bit of the B-roll and stuff like that. Without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So these are the components we are using. We're using quite a lot to be fair from Corsair. We're using their Corsair Carbide series. It's the 275R. Don't really know like most of the model names of these, but anyway, yeah, that is the Corsair case. We're going for a white and black build. This is very clean. It's got a tempered glass screen cover on the side. We're also going for two sets of 220mm fans, and these are obviously like the white LEDs, just plain white. We've also gone for their Corsair H100X water cooler. This is the AIO, so it's all in one, and this will be cooling the i9 processor hopefully fairly good. We're not going to overclock for the minute. This is going to be a beast, let alone overclocking. So yeah, we're also using the Corsair Vengeance 3200 megahertz, and we've got 32 gigs of that as well, and it's obviously DDR4. That is in white. This is the EVGA 850 watt fully modular power supply. We've also got just thermal paste if we need it. We've got a Western Digital Blue M.2 SSD, which is awesome because it's straight to the motherboard, so you get instant speeds. There's no like delay through the SATA cables, so that's awesome. We're also using the i9 9900K processor, a little bit overkill, and especially it's probably going to bottleneck, like the 1070 is probably going to bottleneck it a little bit, but I'll probably get an upgrade in the near future. But yeah, that is that's the beast. That's like £500 just for that. It's a beast. For the GPU or the graphics card, we are using the GeForce GTX 1070 with 8 gigs of VRAM, so that should be plenty enough really, because I'm only editing on it. So it's all about the CPU really, because that's what Premiere Pro requires a lot of. So that's just if I want to do some gaming on the side, which I don't really do, but just there if I need it. And we're using the Asus Prime Z370A Mark II, and this has also got the Aurora lighting on it. But yeah, that is pretty much it. And also we've got a USB stick here with Windows 10 operating system on it, and we've also used a key from URCD Keys. And if you want to get a Windows 10 Pro copy yourself, I've actually got a link in the description that you can use and get like 20% off. So that works out about £9 or about $12. But yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into building this PC. This is going to be sick. So the first thing is obviously the case. Now I don't want to hurt myself doing this, and this is a really blunt knife, but let's get straight into it. Hopefully this case is all good. It looks stunning in this case, absolutely stunning. So, let's see what this is like. There we go. This is the case. Look how nice this looks. There we have it. That is our case. How does it look? We've also got like a metal mechanic grill on top, so that's obviously for dust for our radiator. Oh, that's nice actually, isn't it? So we're going to start off with the motherboard. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put the CPU on it, the RAM, and also the M.2 drive, and then we're going to put it into the case and then put the power supply on it. But just before you actually start, make sure you touch something that's hard. Something that is metal. Make sure you touch something that is big and metal. So yeah, and also make sure you work on like a wooden surface, something that cannot conduct electricity and static energy. And also wear shoes, especially if you're on carpet, but just don't go on a hard floor if you can. But yeah, this is the motherboard. Now it does look absolutely gorgeous. I just realised there's a bit of plastic on there we can put off. So also in the box, which I forgot to tell you, came the I/O shield, the SLI bridge, a few little bits for the M.2, and also some SATA cables, and also the driver desk, which you're really going to need. But first, what we're going to do is we're going to install the RAM onto the motherboard using the A2 and B2 slot, because that is what is recommended to use first. This is going to look really nice. So the best way to do it is to line up the pins with the actual like hole there, because it's slightly to the left of it. So it is B2 and A2. So that is the two silver ones first. So I need to open up these. Roll that in. That all good? You just need to clip it down. There you go. Ideal. That looks lovely. Then we've got one more to put in as well. To line that up. And then push it down with 2 fingers with equal force. Perfect. That is the RAM installed. That looks really nice actually, doesn't it? So the next thing we're going to do is the M.2. So we've gone for a Western Digital Blue drive, which is a 2 terabyte edition. So yeah, it's I've had some serious issues with these. Oh my god, that is so small. I've had some serious issues with like postage and stuff. So I wanted to make this video about a week ago, really, if not a bit longer. But I couldn't because I had like things mess up in the postage and stuff like that. But I think this is the actual M.2 slot on the board. So if I just unscrew that, this is like a heat shield, I think.
Yeah.
There we go. That is the heatsink. So now what we're gonna do is got to get the M.2 drive.
Do you know how to fit this?
Yeah.
Okay. Not straight in 90 degrees.
No, yeah. So it goes like that with the sticker facing up. So you basically just push it in like that, and then we'll push it down in a second, like that. So these are the M.2 screws here. So I guess we've got to put a standoff in underneath.
Yep.
Would you say?
Yep. And that should screw in with a normal. Oh, it doesn't.
Yeah, and then you put the drive down. Oh, this is why you need a magnetic screwdriver. Is this magnetic?
Yeah.
Oh!
If it's got a black tip, it's magnetic. Fun fact, kids.
Is it actually?
Yeah, if it's black tip, it's magnetic.
Oh god. God, this is some fiddly. There we go. So that is, don't want to tighten it too much. That's the M.2 installed. Now, I think if we just put the heatsink back on, we've got to peel off this.
Yeah, because that's the. This is what you call a heat spreader. You have those all over the V drives. The VRAM drives, I think they are. Just spreads the heat. And it's a really nice pattern they've got on there.
Yeah, it's actually quite smart, that, isn't it? So the M.2 SSD is installed, and also is the RAM. So this is the i9 processor, which is kind of scary to actually unbox because
especially with that knife.
Jeez, I should say, yeah. This is it. Oh yes.
Oh,
found it. Right, so this is how. Oh yeah, look at that, baby. Look at that. The Intel Core i9 processor. So unboxing up Apple products. Oh god, this is like my life.
Don't take it out. Take that off first and let go.
Cool.
So now you need to take this off.
No, that pops off as you put it down.
Oh, fair. I've not done Intel. It's my excuse.
So this is the processor. So a bit of a clue. The notch on this matches the notch on the motherboard itself. So there's 2 little notches on that matches with the 2 notches on the actual CPU socket itself. So you just want to gently let go, and that is sat perfectly. You just want to make sure it's set in there. Don't give it much of a wiggle, but that is all you've got to do, and that is sat lovely. And also the arrow matches up with the dot on the side, and there's also an arrow on there. But that is it. That is the CPU installed. You then do that. There we go. That is it installed. There we go. That is the hardest part installed, and I'm pretty happy with that. That does look fairly tight and snug. Yeah, really happy with that. That does look good, doesn't it? So that is the main parts of the motherboard installed. We've got M.2 installed, we've got the RAM, we've also got CPU. Now it's actually time to put the case down on its side, and then we'll put it in. And also, before you do the motherboard, make sure you install the I/O shield.
Got there eventually.
Make sure you install the I/O shield. So that is literally fairly simple. You just bring it along, make sure the audio ports are facing down, and then you literally just place it in. Apparently this is quite hard to do, so you literally, it's quite a task apparently. That looks like it's fairly in. I would agree. Yeah, that is installed perfectly. So now we're going to put the case on its side, and I'll let Charlie actually put it in the case itself.
You always want to just try and pick it up by the corners. And in the motherboard yourself, you've got all these
standoffs.
Yeah, I think there's 9 of them in total. The middle one has a little pointy out bit, which is used as a guide. So if we look for that centre pin, we need to try and use it as a guide.
The I/O is in lovely. That looks really nice. Yeah, that is what you want to look for. All these pins have got to be facing out. Ideal. Now we've actually got to install it and like screw it in. But yeah, so far so good. I mean, we haven't really done much, but yeah, so far so good. So there you have it. That is the motherboard installed with the CPU, the RAM, the M.2, and yeah, it's looking so smart already. I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. Now it's time to do the power supply. So there we go, that is the power supply all hooked in. We've got the fan facing the bottom, so obviously it can, I think it goes in that way and out that way, or in that way and out that way, whatever. But yeah, now it's all put in properly, all the wires here that we need ready to plug in a minute. But first what we're going to do is put in the CPU cooler, and then we'll probably do the graphics card. So cue another little montage of us putting this in, because we're going to need 2 hands for this. So we have now done pretty much everything, apart from obviously wiring it up, but now we literally just got to put in the GPU or the graphics card. Now we went for the 1070, and it's the Asus edition. Let's just have a look at this. I bet you this is going to look absolutely amazing. So now it's time to take off this sticky thing. I've heard that it's actually like a bit annoying to take this off, but it's all good. It's not as bad as they said in the videos. But yeah, that is all that off. Then we've got to take off these little shield thing, and that then slides in, and that then slides in like this. Yeah, I haven't pulled that one out. There we go, and this is ready to go in. Just line it up very carefully, and then when it looks fairly good, then push it in till it clicks. There we go, all clicked in, lovely. And also, do not forget to put back the 2 screws. So guys, what we've done now is it's pretty much all installed. It's all built and it is looking really nice. Actually, like the black and the white bit theme just works so well. I'm so proud of myself for my first PC, for it to actually fit a colour scheme. Like, there's not even one part that's a different colour. So what we're going to do now, everything is installed. It's a little bit nerve-wracking. What we're going to do is we're going to plug everything in now, and then we can power it up for the first time. We've got a monitor and a keyboard and mouse over there to see if it posts. But yeah, now let's wire it. We're not going to do the cable management yet, we're just going to plug it all in to make sure it works, and then when it does, we'll then wire it. Cue the time lapse of us putting this all together. Guys, this is the moment of truth. We've wired it up. We haven't done cable management, but we've wired it up. This, honestly, I don't even want to look. Right, let's just turn the power supply on. Right, are you ready? 3, is the monitor on? Yeah, 3, 2, 1.
You can hear the water.
Oh my god.
Never seen it before, but my guess is it's trying to boot or something, but can't. Oh!
We got it! Yes! I was so worried. GPU, new CPUs, please, right, does it detect everything? The Windows? Yes.
There we go.
Oh, ideal, right. Install. Mate,
there we go.
This looks sick. So guys, now we know that it was all working. We've had a bit of dinner, and now we've got to cable manage this thing. So hopefully this time lapse will look okay of us basically making this look decent. And what we'll do is we'll show you a bit of a cinematic montage at the end, and then we'll talk a little bit more, and then that'll be the video. But without further ado, let's get straight to the cable management part of this video. The bit that takes the longest, the bit that I'm dreading, but I'm also looking forward to seeing the results. Right, let's get straight into it.